Hello everyone, it's Melanie here with Vintage Hill Studio. Today I have a fun Easter card called Bunny Hugs, plus a little history on the Easter Bunny. This is what our card will look like, and I have a couple of Tuesday morning finds that I feel very lucky to have found. One is this Sizzix die set called Bear&BunnyHugs, and then the other is this Hello Easter paper pad. So let's jump into it. Here are the basic papers that I will be using for my bunny, and I'll use my Sizzix Big Shot die cutting machine to get these shapes cut out. Now these are very simple die cuts, but so cute when used on some busy patterned paper. So I've got the bunny over there and some arms, and I'm only using a portion of this little die that I'm working on here for the eyes. And then you can see here there are two sets of inner ears. I'll be using the bunny ones for the inside of my bunny ears, and on the bottom side of that are the insides if you're making a bear. So let's get this run through very quickly. I'll get those popped out of the die here. And I've got such fun history on the Easter Bunny and Easter eggs, and I'll share that with you in just a moment. So I'm setting aside all of my little die cuts. Now the eyes that cut out are tiny, so make sure you put those in a place where you can find them easily, because they would be very easy to misplace and lose. Here is the wraparound arms. These will wrap around from the back of the bunny figure. And here is my base for my bunny. Now it also has a little embossed face on the bunny when you run that through. So I go back to this little circular die that cut out the eyes. Remember that? Well, this also cuts out the nose, either for your bear or your bunny. So I'm cutting out a little pink nose out of the same paper that I used for the inner ears. Then I'm moving on to this little hand punch for some flowers, because I'm going to put a wreath around my bunny's head. And speaking of bunnies, let me give you a little history about that. So you know there is no reference to rabbits in the Bible, none whatsoever. And Easter is without a doubt a very important Christian holiday. So how did we get bunny rabbits mixed with our Easter Christian holiday? Well, rabbits are associated with fertility and birth or rebirth. They reproduce so rapidly that a rabbit can get pregnant within hours of giving birth. And the gestational period is only 28 to 31 days, so imagine how many litters of bunnies every year. Now, the introduction of mixing the Easter bunny with the Christian holiday dates back to the 17th century in Germany. There's a first documented story of the Easter bunny was published in 1680. And it's believed that the German immigrants brought over this Easter bunny tradition with them when they immigrated to America. So that is how we have mixed the Easter bunny with our Christian holiday here. Now, eggs are also associated with fertility, and we know that bunnies don't lay eggs, but bunnies and eggs both associate with fertility, and the two symbols merged at some point, which is how we have the Easter bunny and Easter eggs. So wasn't that interesting? And back in Germany also, they used to put their candy in nests for their children. That's how it started, and then it evolved into candy in baskets here in the United States. So anyway, I thought that was fun and kind of interesting. I wanted to share that with you. So let me get back to my project here. You can see I'm getting all of my little die cuts assembled. These are the wraparound arms. You need to let those dry thoroughly, and they'll wrap around the body just like that. So I will quickly get her little wreath put on her head. Now you don't have to do this. I was just adding a little more visual interest to my bunny, because like I said, these kind of create pretty plain little die cuts, which is fine because there is beauty and simplicity. And these are great for using on very heavily patterned papers, like out of that EchoPark 6x6 paper pad. Here's a close-up of my little bunny as she's coming along. Now you see what I mean? All of these papers are so busy, but the plain little bunny stands out on many of them. So if you've got some busy paper you weren't sure what to do with, these little die cuts are perfect for that. She looks good on almost everything. Oh, and at the end of the video, I will show you several cards where I use different colors of bunnies, a darker brown and some grays, and you'll see how cute they all come out. And they all look different because of that. So I'm moving on to putting this card together. All the supplies and dimensions that I used for today's video can be found on my card blog. I have a link at the beginning of this video and at the end of the video, and I would love to have you come by and visit. Or, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel here. Leave me some comments. Give me a thumbs up. Anything, any feedback would be appreciated. This is a lot of fun for me to do, and I love hearing from you as well. So I like to use a brayer to smush my glue around. If you watch my videos, you know that I go to that brayer quite a bit. Then I'm going to get my bunny put down on the center of my card, and this is where my grid mat comes in really handy. So I'll get my liquid adhesive on the back of her so I can move her around for minor adjustments if I need to. If I use a tape runner when I stick her down, she's done, or it would tear my paper. But you see, I kind of center this on my grid mat, and then I'm going to make sure I have that horizontal line, that vertical line running between her ears and her feet, and that helps me get her straight on the front of my card. So she's looking pretty cute. Now, to help me keep her hands together, I like to use some Velcro sticky dots. I'll take kind of the clear-sided one and put it on the back of her hand, and then I will use the opposing one that sticks to that Velcro and put it right over there. And the reason I do that is because when I close her other hand over this one, it's going to stick to the back of that Velcro. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to put my little Hershey's candy bar in her arms, close her arms over there, and when I stick down the other arm, it will pick up the other half of my Velcro sticky dot. See? Just like this. So now I have Velcro on each side of her hands. You can see those a little better in this picture. And that keeps her hands together on her little Hershey's. Now, of course, this is not conducive to putting in the mail. It would be too bulky unless you use a padded envelope. Here's the inside of my card. But what fun to hand this card to a child or put it in their Easter basket, something like that. Here's my finished card and my envelope. I like to line and decorate the envelope as well, and you can find videos on that under Easy Peasy Envelope Liners. So happy you joined me today. This was a fun card to create. I hope you will come back and see me again next week. Here's that variety of different colors of bunnies on different backgrounds. And again, feel free to leave me comments, like the video, subscribe. I'd love to hear from you, and happy crafting, everyone.